Welcome, welcome, welcome back, everyone, to the Nexus Gaming Series. That's right, Season 6 is here. I am joined by Bell. Bell, are you excited?
I am very excited to be here tonight.
I am very excited as well as we move into our lovely draft screen, which is not showing up. Give a shout out to Heroes of the Storm here. There we go, here it is. It's going to be Do It Right versus Band Show, Division C East action. Going to be interesting to see what happens here in this set. Division C looks pretty balanced. A lot of good teams in it, this division, not just in C West. Go Plug Walk. Looking forward to it, though. Varian Mal'Ganis ban. What do you think?
I don't know about the Varian. The Mal'Ganis, he doesn't seem ban-worthy to me anymore. And the Varian, I guess they're worried about Windblades, maybe?
You mean Windblades? No, I guess. I mean, certainly they just targeted two tanks that burn. I should note that, like, when you get to lower levels, I think people overvalue the meta, and sometimes just doing what you do is certainly a way to work. With that, I have to ignore someone because they are spamming in a channel in a way that is very annoying and confusing. Also, let's go ahead and turn off good old YOLO Mouse. We all know that everyone here hates YOLO Mouse, so I will get that off for you. But looking forward to the series. This is the first match of NGS Season 6. Kel'Thas first pick on Battlefield of Eternity. Thoughts?
I like the KT at this level. I've seen it a lot in our scrim last night. He does get a lot of value, but we do need to remind him about that skin ban.
Yes, we do. Go ahead and do that. Wait, that was Lunar Festival. That was not Cyberhawk.
I've seen Cyberhawk.
Okay, if you saw Cyberhawk, go ahead and type to them and tell them to change that. There's the Anubarak Vala. So Vala has kind of fallen off a bit just because she doesn't have survivability, but we could see a double support. Anub certainly would benefit from a double support as well, so it'll be interesting to see what we get. Anub, a very high priority tank. What are the next two picks going to be? I would expect the tank maybe get a support. No, it's going to be Mal'Ganis. And
the ETC.
ETC. Now that one I don't see a ton anymore. I'm worried about it into Anub and Vala. You already have two people that could interrupt Mosh. This is not really a good map that you want to go stage dive on if you can avoid it, so we'll see what happens.
Well, it's looking like the Vala's in a position to be a carry. A Johanna might have fit better there than an ETC, but that's just my opinion.
Yep. And thanks for pointing out the stream title. We will get that fixed. Lickety split. There is a 1 minute delay. Rhaegar ban. So Rhaegar must be something they're scouting, although Rhaegar is high. There's the Tyrande. I expected the Tyrande ban. Tyrande would be great with either a double support setup or just to put a Loon's Chosen on Vala and let her hyper carry that way. Very interested, though, to see where this is. There's the Ana. Now we need to remind them that Eye of Horus is banned.
And a Johanna
is banned.
Very interesting. A Nubarak solo lane, I'm guessing? He's going to lose that pretty hard to a Malthu. Zul'jin, I like that. I don't know that I like it into the Joe, but he can definitely burn the Immortal.
Yeah, we'll see. Iceman going to be on the Zul'jin. I've never been a huge fan of Zul'jin. I like the ETC, or I like the ETC Malfurion, if so long as they're smart about it. But anyway, sorry, I'm multitasking here. So it's going to be a solo lane Anub, one would wonder, unless Anub. I almost expect a second support here. I think I could see Uther here and be happy with it. Maybe a
all of it on Vala to do the damage.
It would be, but I mean, this is the map for it. It's going to be the Jaina. It's a single support. But yeah. Out of the gate, my first thought here is I like the draft out of Bancho on the right a little better. I never liked Zul'jin, and I'm always worried about a solo frontline ETC, especially without a burst healer. Malfurion's going to have to land those big Moonfires, and I don't know if there's enough for them to actually get the enemy team stacked up to get the Living Bomb and Moonfire value. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I like the right band or the draft over there on the right better. It's more stable. It's going to be more consistent. The ETC is kind of suspect here. You got kind of a low HP tank with a slow to heal healer. He could be in a lot of trouble to get blown up pretty quick.
So Malfurion actually can burst heal very well if he hits a 2 or a 3-man Moonfire. If he has to settle for 1-man Moonfires, which, again, I don't see how they group them up. That could be a bit problematic. Looking at the map, so we saw Dragonshire Band as well as Cursed Hollow, so we are going to Battlefield of Eternity first. This is new to NGS Season 6. These series are all best of 3s, and so we are going to move into that. I will start by introducing the blue team, and then I'll kick it over to Bell to introduce the red team. Moving into it now. On the left... Oh dear, hang on. No, the pop-ups aren't displaying.
The battle begins in
oh, there they are.
10 seconds.
Rip. Okay, well, on the left, it's going to be Ronan on ETC. It's going to be Hannibal on the Malthael. It's going to be Iceman on the Zul'jin. And down here in the bottom, going to be Tantrum playing Malfurion and Lady Ronan on Kael'thas. Go ahead and kick it over to the red team. Start at the bottom.
All right, we're going to have Spice over here on the Nubarak. We're going to have Blues, Steen, V2 on Ana. Quinnell on...
I'm going with Quinnell.
Yeah, Quinnell.
Good luck with the other ones.
Vala, and then Slugodin on the Jaina. And it looks like Sushi is going to be the solo lane on a Johanna solo lane into a Malthael. Interesting choice.
Yeah, it can make sense with the blind, although, of course... And she does have the better wave clear. It's interesting. I think early on, they kind of have to settle for someone inefficient to solo lane into that Malthael. But I think it'll pay dividends towards the later end with the team fight as we take a look at the talents coming up here. Anything interesting you see? I mean, it looks pretty standard across the board from what I can tell.
Yeah, I mean,
Hungry
with the Johanna up
map,
there,
of course.
maybe they do a 2-3 split here. Jaina can hold a lane back with a Nubarak and Ana and send the Vala up there and see if you can push the Malthael back. Force them to do the same thing, and I think they can win that if they go 2-3s.
Yeah, I think the key with Malthael to remember is he doesn't actually do any siege damage, so he can play not that aggressively, all things considered. So Joe can just play back and safe, and I think that'll work out. We do, of course, see Fear the Reaper. Yeah, Joe is going to have to give that. I think if Joe can just clear the lane here, it'll be okay, because then you have archers to start whittling them down. But so far in the bottom, no one really gaining the edge. Level 3, very, very slight XP lead. Going to be made up by Malthael here in a second. Although Malthael did lose a little bit of stuff. A couple minions.
Oh, he misses the
Swing and a
Zul'jin.
miss there. Anytime you miss that burrow charge, you're always like, oh god, am I going to get stunned? Because I'm dead if I get stunned.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling when you miss.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to come down here and try to target this camp. Malfurion with the zoning route, but I think it might have been almost a bit too early. Oh, but Quinnell steps up and says, haha, you can't see me. And Malfurion says, Moonfire, motherfucker. And down goes Vala, and that is the first kill, first blood of the NGS season over to Do It Right.
And they're definitely ahead on the camps. They got Malthael over.
Well,
They're going to have to respond to the Shaman camp. That's going to tilt things in their favor.
Malthael's getting a bit low. Alright, there we go. Ana right now soaking the solo lane. Feels exactly like my Team League experience when I solo queue. But looks like Blue already in position to get the burn going. Iceman just going to town. He is given some axes. He says to the Immortal, let me axe you a question. He's got a real axe to grind.
Yeah, Red's rotation, it was just slow. I mean, they were slow on the camp, and they missed out on getting much damage at all over there on halftime.
Yeah. But already a huge lead. It looks like Quinnell is going to face check ETC. Doesn't get punished for it. But here comes a good flank there by Killboss, but Malthael maybe gets a bit too aggressive, goes to the back line, and down he goes. That is one down for Do It Right. That's going to allow Bancho to potentially look for something here. Go ahead.
I thought Zueljin, they were going to turn on Zueljin. He was way out of position, but they didn't turn.
Right
so
now,
there goes the
4
Vala.
people defending while Vala's going to get the Hungering Arrow going, but this camp's already basically cleared up in the bot lane. Moving in onto Kael'thas, just trying to be disruptive. No one here has gone out to soak lanes to try to find level 7. Red does have to play aggressive, but now they're finding themselves in a 5v4. Ana just sitting in the back, chunking out the here. Zueljin goes down. 'Twas Beetles that killed the trolls. He's a troll,
well,
right?
Mouth being over there on the top side of the map trying to do damage instead of with the team kind of left Zueljin vulnerable.
Now, Malfurion currently trying to snipe that Jaina, who is on the back line. Now Malfurion coming up to the team. This is, let's just call it a little bit awkward here, if I do it right. And Tantrum is now in between Joanna and Anubarak. But going to be able to get out. Joanna now in a lot of trouble. There's the power slide, has the Iron Skin. Now ETC getting turned around by the Vala. Zueljin going in hard, not able to find the kill. Now Quinel is all over Zueljin. He could have trolled himself this time, and down he goes. Zueljin is a troll, right? I don't know the lore.
Props to Johanna for not panicking and holding that unstoppable. Trusting the Ana to get the heals and waiting until they absolutely need to hit the D. So well played by Johanna.
And Ana going in with that grenade built, you love to see it. Ana just feels very strong. With that aim down the sight, if you don't get on her, she's just going to heal so much. But now it's a 3-man defense as Malthael's up top. Zueljin now just joining. This Immortal's at half health, but the well and the wall are down. ETC tries the power slide on the Quinel, but Quinel with the great vault to dodge. Now the turnaround damage coming in. There's the heal reduction onto ETC, trying to get some damage, but going to be able to force go down. Now here comes the new rack going in onto Ronan. Ronan now trying to back up. Is he going to be able to get out? He does. This Immortal's going to go down, but that was a great start there for Bancho, who take a big early lead in this game.
Yeah, it was a great vault there by Vala to avoid that power slide, allowing them to turn and push him right back out the ETC.
And with that, level lead, a little bit more than that, although by the time you get to level 10, it'll be slightly less than a level lead, assuming everyone gets all their soak on, for the members of Bancho. That's going to be big if they can get the kind of fight they want with level 10. Now, right now, no one's soaking the bottom. Looks like they're going to hard commit this. It is Joanna now rotating. Vala going to just patiently wait for the team before moving on to the camp. It is going to be Joe solo soaking versus 4, though. And with Zueljin, they could actually do quite a lot of siege damage here, so I think this is a bit of a risky move. I'd like to see Do It Right just push hard here. But it looks like ETC is going to rotate top. And so are the rest of Do It Right. I really think I would have liked to have seen an aggressive trade push there.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a pick your poison situation they're in right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think if you can get the fort wall, it decreases the time you get to 10 just by getting the wall. And that's really a top priority, is you needed to get 10 before this objective. You get that cannon wall, you're probably at level 9 right now, and it's doable. Bancho, meanwhile, going to grab that top camp. They've already opened up the walls, so this is going to have to be cleared. Level 10's here. We got the Blessed Shield. We got the Welly. We have the Rain of Vengeance, the Cocoon, and Ana going to have to go with Nano Boost, which is unfortunate because Eye of Horus is so strong. Defensive positions for the Immortal phase. We'll see what happens here. Bancho stepping up, Tantrum in not a good position, and oh my goodness.
Well, nice stuns, nice chains.
Well, that was quick. 3 people instantly annihilated. Rest of the team still clearing up this top camp, including the ETC. Level 10's not here. Touch of Death being chosen by Malthael. I like that choice with the Ana. But still, nowhere close to level 10. Not really. Not when it comes down to the timer of the Immortal. This should be a 100-0 Immortal for the side of Bancho. But level 10's on the horizon. They have no fort wall to defend, though. But they do have a Bruiser Camp pushing bot. This should get cleared up by Bancho.
Alright, they're just sending Joe bot. Yeah. Okay.
Alright. 5-man push. 4-man push against a 5-man defense with a full shielded Immortal. At this point, ETC going to have to go Mosh despite all the interrupts just to try to make something happen, I feel.
Just the threat of it will maybe back this up just a little bit, the aggression.
It is Taz Dingo. It's Tranquility. There's the Phoenix, obviously. Last Rites. It is a stage dive ETC. So he's going to try to give them some degree of global. But here comes a hard engage, and just so much damage being chunked out by Vala. You get an arrow, you get an arrow, you get an arrow. Everybody's going to get a hungering arrow. Zul'jin getting cocooned into the stun. Here comes ETC onto the backline. There's the nano boost on the Jaina. There's the unkillable, though. ETC coming in. On a poison damage there. Onto both Jaina and Ana. But it is going to be Zul'jin. Going to be the first to drop. Ana just barely managed to keep people alive. I would have liked to have seen Ronan commit a bit more there. Maybe he could have got some kills onto the backline. But meanwhile, Malthael now going to be the next to drop. Vala is so low, trusting the healer. Vala is eventually going to get taken down there by the Living Bomb from Kael'thas, but this is still a 4-2 push. The Immortal should enable them maybe to get this front wall along with the minions. This is a very strong position here for for Bancho, excuse me, as Do It Right is definitely on the back foot.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand the stage dive. I still think just the threat of Mosh would help control, with him being the solo tank. At least gives a threat.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand the stage dive here. Maybe they know something I don't know.
Well, I mean, there are a ton of interrupts, and I'm not going to pretend there aren't, but at the same time, it's, you know, I think the other issue I had with the stage dive was that ETC got on the back, got Ana and Jaina low, but didn't commit and immediately retreated at full health. I would have liked to have seen a hard commit, maybe try to go for that trade. But here comes a good engage now. There's the Bless Shield. Tranquility coming in, but there's no healing due to the grenade, and that's going to be 2 kills. Malfurion and Kael'thas, and Zul'jin probably not long for this world. May get a Troll Dingo off here. There's the Troll Dingo. Going to get stunned out. Not even auto-attacking, just trying to run away. Gotta just give up the Ghost and try to go for Vala there, I think. But now 3 people dead. This should be bot keep wall going down, and things are looking bad for Do It Right.
Yeah, I think with the level advantage here, they can get this. Especially with the Cadis and the camp behind it. This should be a keep.
Should be, although 5-man defense will be up soon. Looks like they want to retreat. They don't have the most siege damage in the world if Vala can't get onto it. So we'll see what happens here. They do get onto Ana with the Wraith Strike. Or not the Wraith Strike, excuse me, Death Shroud. See what happens, though. This should just be a straight burn. Should favor Bancho at the moment, just because of the Vala. Although Hungering Arrow is not as stacked as maybe I would have expected at this point. Still stacked well enough to just nuke that Immortal.
Yeah, I like this. Grabbing the camp right here. This is good. I like this.
Yeah, they have time with the Vala. They can definitely burn it real quick. And they get it done before the Immortal phase even starts back up. Malthael going to burn here. ETC, meanwhile, positioning like he's going to go down, but I think they're just going to trade, do as much damage as they can. They don't want to take a fight without the level 13s here. I think it's going to be important for them to do that. Right now, ETC soloing the camp just to make sure they can get it, but I think that's going to invite an invade here.
Well, they're going to have to fight past this Immortal and try to make something happen.
Bancho either not aware or doesn't care that the Bruiser camp's going to be taken. They are going to move straight top with their own Bruiser camp. They already have a Kata set up as well. Potential to get a lot of damage. Level 13's here, but level 16's picked up on the other side. Interesting. Concentrated doses over the active reload. I've been seeing the active reload a lot. I really would like to see a lot of doses coming out here from Ana to make sure to maximize that. We'll see how Blue Steam does. There's Cocoon onto ETC, trying to get onto the backline. Poison damage by Malthael. Gonna break the Cocoon quick. ETC gonna power slide away. Face melt to make sure he gets away. But this Immortal, now taking down the well, still has shield. This keep is gonna fall. It's just up to whether or not they can get the engage to get the kill. ETC is just way in the backline now. Going for the stage dive. Has the root. Lands on Spice. Going for the kill. But the Ana heals are just absolutely landing. Last Rites doesn't do it. And now it's a full retreat here by Bancho. Can they get out? They're in kind of this little hallway here. And not only do I think they get out, I think they can turn around here onto that mouse. Welly, meanwhile, is securing Jaina getting away. And it's going to be 2 kills for the side of Bancho, despite kind of the awkward backward retreat, and great patience there to make sure that the team can arrive before you turn to kill Hannibal, and they do that, and it looks like they're going to move in for the core here. Level 16 now going to secure the core. That core dropped so fast. And that was a dominant win. After a little bit of a sluggish start, dominant win for the side of Bancho.
Yeah, the Joe in the solo lane, it worked, and I don't know what Malf was thinking chasing there, but he paid for it right there at the end.
All right, so we're going to get set up for game number 2. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. We'll see you here on the Nexus Gaming Series 1 second. Welcome back here to the Nexus Gaming Series. Moving into the draft, it's going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen is map 2, as Bancho looks to close out the series with the 2-0 domination, get those 3 points, but do it right. They're not done yet, and remember, they're not going for the draw. This ain't best of 2s no more. What do you think this is? NGS Season 5? Bah! This is NGS Season 6. We do best of 3s now, and I am excited. I hope we get a map 3.
Yeah, I would like a map 3 tonight. It'll be interesting to see what they do here, if they're going to focus on which team's going to focus on the wave clear aspect and try to get ahead that way, and who's going to tilt more towards a straight up team fight comp.
Yeah, I think I would like to see an extra frontliner here on the side of Do It Right. I did not like solo frontline ETC, and I was worried about it heading in. All my fears were kind of to fruition met. So let's see. Asmodean Ban. Not surprising at this level of play on this map. It's what I would expect. Once again, they don't want to deal with Varian.
They must have scrimmed or something, know something we don't know.
That, or maybe it's something they don't know how to play against. They're really worried about that taunt, like a lot of the combos that you can proc off taunt. Taunt really is great with Tyrande, it's great with Stukov, it's great with Malfurion, and again, I'm a support player, so I focus on the support potential to follow up. But, I mean, those all 3 of those can do so much CC off of the taunt. And it's just free. Mal'Ganis going to get banned out. Last time they banned Artanis. I would not expect that again this time, unless, again, it's a scouted thing. If I see Artanis, I have to assume on this map. No, they don't want to deal with the Anub. I think that's a wise choice.
I agree. I think the Anoop caused them a lot of problems last map.
Meanwhile,
do we see the KT here since he seems to be so popular here at Div C?
I would not mind the KT though. If on this map, it's tight corridors, so you can get a lot of value with either Living Bomb or Phoenix.
There he is.
Good wave clear. There is the Kelthox. Did I say Kelthox? Kelthox. He had sex with a fox, and that is the end result.
Oh,
I
Orphea.
should probably not be talking about that on stream. Orphea, I expected to see Orphea, that or Jaina. I think Orphea is a bit stronger right now, just strictly based on mobility. Jaina certainly has more, like, execution potential, but it's not something that Orphea lacks, certainly. And there's the Joanna, which I expect to be a high priority on this map. Joanna always is, with being the best wave clear tank by a country mile.
Yeah, and if they're going to try another solo tank, she's, in my opinion, the best one to try to do it with.
ETC Ana. So apparently I missed the memo, and ETC is back, boys. But I do like the Ana pick. I think the Ana pick was well played. Again, obviously limited, can't go Eye of Horus. It is banned out in this competition. But, you know.
I don't know. A coordinated team can still, even with Ana, can blow up an ETC.
Yeah. I mean, if they go double frontline, though, because last time they went double frontline, I'm fine with it. Like, especially if they went something like Blaze, because then, like, you have the ETC to potentially try to get the pick, but you also have the Blaze to kind of peel for the backline, get a lot of slows out, set up a lot of follow-up with Kelthos. I would like to see that. I know he's fallen off a bit with all the bunker nerfs. We do see a Rainer ban. Bit surprised by that one when you have Joanna. And then the Rhaegar ban. So once again, targeting that Rhaegar. I think Rhaegar is exceptional on this map as a high wave clear support. He's manaless on this map post level 4 with Lightning Shield. But yeah, interesting to see the Rainer ban. What are your thoughts there? If I'm doing right, I think I want it. Zul Zag, so they're gonna definitely go for hyper push.
I don't know. If you're gonna ban an auto attacker, I think Phoenix is a higher priority than Rainer. Personally, he has better clear.
Why? I'm thinking more about the ETC because Rainer gives you an additional interrupt.
Yeah.
On Mosh. I mean, either way, they didn't pick Phoenix here either, so they are going with the Zul, so they're definitely going to try to dominate the 4-man rotation. Falstad on this map and the Leoric. So there's that second frontliner. Falstad definitely stands out to me as a very interesting pick. Has to be a comfort. Unless they're maybe doing Entomb Gust.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. Maybe they want to be able to get picks in the bottom lane. Their thought is just get the Zag to get cocky, push forward too much, fly the Falstad down, get a pick.
Here that way. Zul Taranchis. And Ana does not have that root cleanse until 13, and it's not a true cleanse. It's a removal, meaning there's no unstoppable, so she would have to time her dart very, very well to stop this combo. I like it into the Ana, trying to make sure that you can get a big blow up. My concern is into that double frontline, Zul's gonna have a hard time stepping up, but we'll see what happens here as we take a look at our map selection screen. This was the choice of do it right. They went with map choice as they look to even up this series. Do you think they do it? Do you think they get the 1-1 and take us to a game 3?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. In order for them to do it, they're really like they definitely have the better wave clear, but because of the Kael'thas and the Falstad and the Leoric, it's not like their wave clear is so much better that I think like, oh, how are they going to lose macro? If they rotate better on the side of Bancho, I think they could win it. But here we go, moving into the game screen, and we're gonna once again got the player pop-up set up correctly this time. Gonna start with the blue team on the left side. It's going to be Ronan on Joanna, Hannibal on Zul, Tantrum going to be on Tyrande, Iceman on the Orphea, and Lady Ronan on Zagara. Go ahead and introduce the red team for us. It is Bancho.
All right. We have Sushi on the ETC, Spice on the Leoric, Blues Steen V2 on the Ana again, Quinnell on the KT, and Slugodin on the Falsad.
And there we go. Player pop-ups working fine that time. Still getting used to that, folks, but it is really cool looking. Anyway, looking at the level 1 talents, Zag going with the Infest, so trying to get that extra push value. Bull going with Backlash, trying to get some extra damage out there. Very interesting. But already, Wave Clear going to be very hard and heavy on the side of Do It Right. They actually did better in the early game. Remember, they got much better camp control. The key is that they're going to have to finish here. They're going to have to not lose control of it. Lady Ronan right now thinking maybe she's against Falstad alone. ETC is going to power slide, and that might be the freest kill I've ever seen. Oh,
yeah, that's
but the Roach! The Roach! Early game Roaches, man. Even in this game, they're OP. Early game Roaches.
But you can see the strategy, I think, of trying to get the Zag to get overconfident and overextend.
Yeah. The ETC did a good job staying hidden there. Zag was going to step up to drop the creep. Very good patience by the ETC, just to make sure Zag was right there. Good body block. Falstad flying bot. They are, I think, going to just try to keep a 2-man here to prevent the Zag from pushing, and going to trust the Kael'thas and Leoric to defend the wave clear top. They actually should be able to keep up as well, although there's a good Lunar Flare. We do not see a Loon's Chosen. Going with Everlasting Light, so more worried about that AoE damage, which I can get with the Falstad and the Kael'thas. A Loon's Chosen so good, it's hard for me to ever say see any other pick. Meanwhile, Falstad did go Hammerang, so would like to be rotating, getting the big Hammerings off. Gonna have to settle for trying to farm Zag. Talent's pretty much what I would expect, though.
Yeah, I think they just need to, with the wave clear, they are missing out on 2 or 3 minions each. Maybe they should just keep the Leo top, keep the KT in the mid, and just kind of rotate the 2 around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems that way. Here comes a big fight on top, though. ETC misses the power slide, but then there was also a missed Lunar Flare. Not being patient for the root, but Kael'thas is absolutely starting to drop, but Iceman and Hannibal very, very low. Hannibal going to drop there to the Leoric spooky ghost hand, and now Orphea just trying to run away but peel the team out. Ana is all over Orphea. Orphea managing to get away. Meanwhile, the Zag is starting to get some wall pressure here in the bottom, but I like that engage there. I like that aggression by Bancho. Going in early, saying, you're not just going to clear these waves for free. We're going to fight you. We're going to make you fight us. You don't have a good fight comp. We're going to take advantage of that. Spooky goes stand there onto Joanna. There's a good Lunar Flare, though, into the Condemn, but ETC turning around with a Power Slide on 2-man, and Iceman is just in a horrible position, and Tyrande turning in Gems, not going to be able to heal up there. Lunar Flare going to come up. There it is. Lunar Flare quest was taken, which I was expecting. Meanwhile, on the bottom, Falstad doing okay, holding his own at the moment. Once he gets level 7 Hammerang, I don't think Zag worries him at that point.
No, I would agree, and those picks right there really helped them flip the script on these lanes, as you can see that now.
Yeah, I think this was you need to see a pretty dominant early game, in my opinion, for Do It Right, and we just didn't see it because of those good pickoffs there. We'll have to see if they can get it back. Obviously, Zul can macro extraordinarily well. Ooh, there's a good route onto ETC. He's getting so much damage, and down he goes, and this might be the chance to get some real engage. Joanna is all over Blue's team, but the rest of the team kind of content not to follow up here. Lunara, Tyrande didn't really have a Lunar Flare follow-up. Probably used it on the route one would have expected. But here we go now. Gems getting turned in. Only 3 more needed for the side. Zag looking for that turn-in. 3 more
Johanna's
gems
going to get it.
Yeah. It is going to be Joe. So Blue Web Weavers, it's going to be do it right getting the first. Let's see what they can do with it. They have a very, very strong push comp. The nice thing about it with Zul, you have an amazing defense comp against the Web Weaver. Going in, there's the Unstoppable. Good anticipation there by Tyrande, knowing he was going to blow the Unstoppable to avoid the rune. Although I think he could have held on a little bit longer.
I think they should keep him here at the top lane with the push that they have.
Yeah. It looks like that's what they're going to do. Orphea currently pushing the mid. 3-man engage. Lunar Flare's a little bit of a miss there. Trying to get some damage on the spike.
Leo's got to be careful. You don't want to drop those.
Yeah, Hannibal, though, already very low. Going to have to back away. And now Ronan kind of all alone. Going to take quite a bit of damage here. And not going to get anything in this top lane with the Zul. That's a bit concerning. Meanwhile, Tower's going down bottom. Bottom could still do quite a lot of damage. Falstad holding 24 gems. Can't be too aggressive on this defense at the moment. So, wall down mid. Wall down bot. Wall is still standing. Cannons, at least, on top. Decent first Web Weaver phase. Would have liked to have seen a fort with the Zul comp, but I think they'll be happy enough that they got it. My big concern, though, is that they're not going to reach level 10s first. Like, not with a dramatic edge, anyway.
No, with the push comp, I think they really had to get at least one fort out of that. With the push comp they had.
Yeah. I think I agree. I mean, again, you get the walls. It opens things up for Zul. Just getting the walls. But that said, I mean, clearly they went down there wanting to get a pick. They didn't get it. Blue team needs to be careful here. Here comes Kael'thas, putting the living bomb out. Good spread there. Right now, kind of just keeping an eye on where the gems are. You see Joanna up top. Leoric has a big bulk of the gems. You have Falstad with the other big bulk. Those are the two you're keeping an eye on. Although they're getting to the point that they could get Kael'thas on an ETC to turn in. And that would
if
also
Joe doesn't pay attention here, this is a turn-in.
That is a turn-in. The Owl just barely missed. And that is going to be Red Web Weavers. Joanna stepping up, trying to look for the engage. Level 10s here on both sides. Shadow Stalk out of Tyrande. We do have the Skeletal Mages over the Poison Nova. Interesting there. I think the AoE damage could have been strong, but let's see. Orphea has not picked yet. I would expect the Crushing Jaws. Joanna has not picked yet. We do actually not have the Gust. We have Entomb and Hinterland's Blast.
Oh, so they're going to drop the Hinterlands right into the Entomb.
Seems that way. They have the Mosh and the Phoenix to also follow up, and they do need to pick Nano Boost here. They are not allowed to take Eye of Horus because of the bugs at the moment. Zul is overextended by a country mile, and that is... I don't know if I agree with that Mosh.
I guess that's one way to secure the kill.
It is, but it's 3v1, and you can just body block him so he doesn't get back. I think it's too many resources spent for that kill. That said, we'll see what they can do out of it. Good Iron
Good Unstoppable.
There.
Yeah. Very well.
Starting to burn these towers down. It is Blessed Shield out of Joanna. Thank God. I was very worried about Falling Sword. It is Crushing Jaws as I expected as well. No real CC to set up the ultimate YOLO like wombo combo there with the other ult. So. There's the Entomb. Do they have the Hinterland's Blast? Lunar Flare onto Leoric. Hinterland's Blast, looking for it. It's gonna hit 3. And now Tantrum's in a horrible spot. Gonna go down here. The little bit of a missed synergy with the Devouring Maw, and the reset is going to enable a quick kill onto Orphea, and this is a chance for Bancho to get in huge control of this game with those 2 kills now. Are they still going to go over Ronan? I would like to see them just force the turn-in. They have it. Ana does not need to turn in for this mathematically.
I would
actually
like to
neither
see
did Leoric.
Start the siege camp down here.
Yeah.
That way they could just really push hard.
Frost Mage is coming out, just a panic defensive measure. Not going to get any value off it here because there's no follow-up off the slows. The Gara going to go up top to try to clear this up. Leoric looking for the flank. Meanwhile, Blue going to look like they commit to this bottom, maybe? There's a Lunar Flare, but a good fleet prevents the engage. Power Slide now. Ironskin's going to come out. Big Condemned. Orphea going to look for the slow. Now, Zul is clearing out the mid lane, so this bottom fort is forfeit. But honestly, to me, if you're going to lose a fort here, you pick bottom, and you're okay with that. Although now you have to worry about Joanna. There's the crushing jaws, though. Can they set up a combo on it? Quintel takes a lot of damage. Gotta watch that living bomb spread, Iceman. Iceman barely dodges spreading living bomb. Meanwhile, Zul coming up top to clear up this lane as the mid spider was basically already dead. I think that was a good defense. I mean, all things considered, given that you entered that with 2 deaths, given that, you know, they had a talent tier advantage, more or less. I think that was a good defense. Oh, but as that goes down here, it's all for naught. No, she'll be fine.
I agree. If there's a lane to lose, the bottom lane's the lane to lose.
Yeah. So. It's the longest lane on the map, which means it's the longest to rotate to. I've won many games off the bottom lane in this map, and I won't pretend otherwise, but, you know, Siege Camp's not amazing on this map. Just because there's not really... The only thing you can really counter-push with is a boss. Speaking of, we are seeing a lot of members of... I don't want to see them go for him. Just Bancho currently looking for top. They need to keep vision here. There is a turn-in for the members to do it right. Level 13s on both sides. Verona, by the way, did go with the Calderi Resistance, so getting the spell armor. Ooh, there's the big power slide. Looking for the mosh. Hits 3. Interrupt off the Condemned, though. And now Hannibal in a little bit of an awkward spot. There's the nano boost. Hannibal taking a lot of damage. Good zone out there. A lot of ults committed, though. No kills. But you still have the Hinterland's Blast. You still have the Entomb versus a Devouring Maw and a Crushing Jaws. The Wombo combo potential there, though, is pretty significant. Lady Ronin currently split pushing towards the bottom. We'll see what happens.
Now that seeing they had to have seen the Johanna on the map.
Ooh, there's the Entomb, but the Crushing Jaw! Can they get onto the Kael'thas? There's the damage! Kael'thas is gonna get out. Bluestein's low. The Hunter's Blast only hits 1. No resets that time. And that is a chance for Do It Right to get a turn-in here. And with that turn-in, they are going to have an opportunity to push. Looks like they're going to pick mid lane, or at least try to open that up. Looks like now Zul going to rotate top. Make sure to get those extra zombies pushing up towards the top while mid-port goes down. If mid-port goes down before it even gets here, ooh, Bluestein in a bit of trouble. Lunar Flare, though, swing and a miss. Ana is able to get out of there. Once again, going with the Purifying Darts to the roots and slows makes absolute sense, of course, into the comp they're going against. Zul pushing in this top. Gonna get the walls down nice and quick. Mid gonna be the focus. No, it looks like they're gonna pull back and try to just open up bot fort. So try to get all the forts off the map. It's a good call, I think. If you have Zul, getting forts off the map definitely can make the lane push much more problematic.
Right. But they could set up for a boss here if they're gonna commit that hard bottom. You know,
yeah.
I guess they do have to worry about the push that the other team has.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is a big push there. We'll see how they react to it. I mean, obviously, the Spider's still healthy enough that they have time. But at the same time, they are hovering around this boss, and it looks like they plan to make a play for it, if I had to guess. Meanwhile, bottom Siege Camp, so they're going to trade... With no vision, they're not going to sense this coming, I think. Joe's going to come up and see it now, and it looks like, okay, wise decision. The owl says, okay, they're all setting up for boss. Our Spider's about to die. We can't do siege right now. Now they need to be careful and not take a split engage. I want to see Joanna pick that 16 talent, by the way. She did not pick the 13 talent, so kind of late. Not to nitpick, but there's a nit there. Meanwhile, getting the wall out for vision and mid lane completely visible are the members of Ban Cho. This boss is going to be started, and with the Turan, they can actually do quite a lot of damage. Here comes the rotation here from the members of Ban Cho. Joanna going to step up. The Frost Mages going to give away the Ghost, but I think it's okay, because I think they're going to be able to get this. No, it's still alive. If ETC can get on the point with a Mosh. Oh. No, the boss is picked up here by Do It Right. There is the Devouring Maw onto ETC. Leoric on the backline, but now there's a Nano Boost onto Kael'thas, but he is rooted. Hannibal just taking so much damage, but dealing it back in turn. Can he get out? No, it's going to be ETC address. The Hinterland's Blast almost kills Hannibal, but he is still standing. So many gems lost there when ETC died. Now here comes the engagement as Quintel's going to go down, and we could be going to a game 3. This could be an opportunity for Do It Right to end this game. They played that really well. I like the Frost Mages slowing down the engage. ATC not able to get the Molotov. Great Devouring Maw to enable the engage on the backside. And good job by Hannibal. Going far, but not too far. Staying alive. Ha ha ha. Staying alive. Staying alive.
Yeah, you got 2 Katas in bot lane coming. By the time the boss gets through this, yeah, this is probably game.
Yeah, it could be. Well, Zul has gone off the split push. ETC is back up. They don't have a turn-in yet, so I guess they're not going to hard commit to this. I think it's okay here because they got 2 keeps out of it. With Zul going and making sure they got some pressure bot, I actually think this is still potentially game. It's going to take a miraculous defense here by the side of Bancho. That said, I think it could happen. But back to my earlier point, you can tell by the way that Zul uses his walk. He's a woman man. He's a woman's man, no time to talk. Joe, meanwhile, soloing camps. Also my Team League experience.
See, the only problem with pushing mid in is now they gotta go real deep to get these last 2 gems.
They do, but I think they can, and actually, yeah, that's a good point, because now since they weren't able to get those gems, that is going to potentially be a turn-in. They lost a lot of gems on the side of red, but they had a lot of gems turned in. If Falstaff can get these in, it's not enough. They would still need EC. There's the Crushing Jaws onto it. Ooh, good Hinterland Flash onto Lady Ronin. There's the Shadow Stalk, trying to enable the stealth engage. If Falstaff gets these in, it's not enough by itself. There's a huge Devouring Maw onto Falstaff and Anna. But meanwhile, Lady Ronin getting separated out by the Warriors. This is a bloodbath, and it's going to be traced, but it's Lady Ronin still staying alive herself, and now it looks like KT is going to be the next to fall, using, though, that... Wow. That was a lot of death really fast, and that should absolutely be GG. They're not going to bother with the turn-in. Looks like they're just going to go ahead and push and end through the bottom. I like that call. They have the Siege Giants up. A lot of core damage. Yep. They are going to go underneath. They are damaging the keep. Some members of the team are.
Keep.
They're still attacking the keep. The end of the game is over here, Lady Ronin. It's over here. Here we go. Now they're coming in. Leoric just trying in vain to make something happen, but that is going to be the first ever regular season game number 3 in the Nexus Gaming series.
Well, they surprised me. I guess the push was just too much.
Really was. I think the push really helped them, and the key was once they got kills, they were able to get so much done with it. Obviously, I was really worried about their ability to get kills, but they managed to make it happen. I think there were some overcommits there by ETC, which put his team in a bad spot. We saw the Hinterland's Blast executed well exactly once, and outside of that, it was a little bit lacking. But we're going to move into a game number 3, so stay tuned. We'll be right back here on the Nexus Gaming series. We are back, and it is a regular season Game 3 here on the Nexus Gaming Series. Truly blessed are we all. I'm joined once again by Bell. Bell, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited for this. I'm kind of curious to see which way, if we're going to get push out of push again, or they seem like over on Do It Right that they, their team fighting is a little weaker, but they do better with push.
Mm-hmm.
So do they stay with that, or do they try to team fight?
Well, you mentioned their team fight was a bit weaker, but also during the break, you mentioned that there was one thing that really worked for them in their team fights last game, and it was those devouring maws dough, right? And so maybe you just go to Zag and say, hey, this is the best team fight tool we have, devouring maw, and you all into that. They do not like Varian.
No, they do not.
That is, they're denying the Joanna here. Joanna, it's been Joanna and ETC have kind of been the main tanks, so this is the first Joanna ban. Orphea going to get banned out, not wanting to deal with those crushing jaws, which did set up a lot of jaws into maws or maws into jaws. However you want to say it, it made me go, ah, yes.
Is this going to be
tried a
KO
little too hard there.
you think?
Go ahead.
Oh, Anubarak.
Anubarak. I expected that. I think the Anub is a very strong hero, although I should note it's not Ronin on that. At the moment. So Tantrum, who had been the support, or the Tyrande in the last game, I should say, is currently on that hero. So it could suggest that they are, in fact, going to go double frontline warrior, which I think is really the meta right now. I think it's just get a bunch of big damage dealers and a couple big bodies protect them. We have a Diablo, so Jaina Diablo, two very strong heroes
Wombo
on the map, yeah. Gonna be slugging in once again on the Jaina.
Wait a minute, that's Quinnell on the Diablo?
That is Quinnell on Diablo. So we are having a little bit of role swapping here. Could be a comfort. Diablo is very much a different way to play tank. He very much, like, it's your job to set up kills, so maybe they're going with that. There's the Lucio going back to the Zul. Not gonna have the Tyrande with it this time though, and I don't know. It is Lady Ronin on the Lucio, by the way.
I feel like the Zags, what the difference, those Maws were the difference, not the Zool, but I guess they're going to prove us wrong here.
Well, we'll see. I mean, Lucio can be strong on the map. I am worried against the Diablo burst comp, that if he engages on Lucio, it's an auto win, and if he engages on someone besides Lucio, Lucio won't be able to get sound barrier down in time, and it's still an auto win. That's my fear. But we have basically all three of the big AoE mages in the game right now spoken for. 2 bans and 1 selected. So what is the ban going to be the other way? Rhaegar has been a ban focus on the side of Ban Cho. Do they think, like, oh, they must think Rhaegar's really good? Or do they get rid of the Ana, which has been, I think, okay. They are going to get rid of the Ana. Again, I think Eye of Horus being banned, especially on this map, makes it a little bit harder for me to say, like, yeah, Ana's OP, because Eye of Horus is just a big reason of why she's OP in my mind right now. But we'll see.
Are we gonna get a Phoenix paired here with the Jaina, possibly? There's a Rhaegar.
There's the Rhaegar. That's the slow totem. That's not a Phoenix. Vala again.
Must be comfort.
Well, but it was Quinnell who played it the first game. They could be switching, though. Spice has been the kind of off-laner. So maybe it's going to be a change-up coming. Obviously, at this point, it's kind of clear that Ban Cho really likes the Ana and the Rhaegar at this point. They've gotten one and banned the other most of tonight. There's going to be the Arthas on Ronin. So we are seeing a double front line, and we are seeing the Zul'jin come out once again. I think the Zul'jin struggled a bit in the first game.
If you're going to pick Arthas, why not pair it with the Phoenix? Especially when you can speed boost an Arthas in and just keep them all right there.
I think the big reason is because they just really have an axe to grind with Phoenix, and There's the Artanis, so we actually saw that ban. So Sushi, who was on the ETC, or Shu Sui, that is hard to say. I gave you the hard name on the right. Interesting comp. I'm a bit worried about Vala into the Anubarak. I think that if you get Anubarak engaging with a root follow-up, Zul'jin should be able to hammer down Vala before anything else happens. But we'll see. As we move here into... Oops, I did not have the draft screen up. RIP. Draft screen up. RIP. Oh, bad. There we go. There it is. Too many things to do. Alright, well, you know, it happens, guys. Apologies. We are on Volskaya. One way or another, this is going to be our last game. We will have a winner crowned in this series. They will get 2 points. The loser will get 1. And let's move into introducing the teams. On the blue team, we have Do It Right. Lady Ronin going to be on Lucio. Ronin on Arthas. Iceman on Zul'jin. Down on the bottom, it's going to be Hannibal on Zul. And we're going to have Tantrum on the Anubarak. Go ahead and introduce, for the last time, Bancho.
Alright, we're going to have Quintel on the Diablo. Spice on the Vala. We are going to have Sluggadin on the Jaina. Blue Steen V2 on the Rhaegar, and Shu Shi on the Artanis.
Shu Sui, I believe.
Shu Shui.
It's not easy to say because it's like it's almost backwards of sushi, but it's like sui, I think, instead of like C. Anyway, looking at the talents, I have been seeing a lot of Rhaegars go in the W build, and I kind of liked it, but we're seeing the totem build. I expect that pseudo root totem at 16, which is very, very strong with the Jaina and the Vala. But right out gate, interesting talent really flipped here from Lucio over the more traditional Accelerando. Beetle build here out of Anubarak, and instead of the Backlash going with the Shade, makes sense because of the Vala here.
Yeah, they're going to have to give Artanis some help. Look how he got way behind. The Zul's going to be able to just rotate and have his way and be able to force 5
Oh, and Tantrum just gets body blocked to hell. Meanwhile, literally no one has come to the bot lane for the side to Do It Right. And that is going to be a problem here, as they're starting to already fall behind a little bit in soak.
Yeah, but the Zul, he can change the lane real quick on an Artanis, so it'll be alright.
He can clear the wave very quickly. Both teams going to pick up their fortification camp, although I don't think Iceman can solo this at this level. I really don't think he can solo it, and actually he's going to get interrupted out by taking too much damage. Going to stay with it. I think he needs to just give this one up for now. Here comes Lucio to save the day. So, meanwhile, Titor's Vala going to die away from the team here. Dying to the Arthas up in the top lane. Good kill there by Ronin. Ooh, speaking of a kill by Ronin, maybe a kill onto Ronin, waiting for the flip. There it is. Good. A little bit of a missed synergy, though, because the Frostbolt was dodged because of the flip from Diablo, and it's going to allow Ronin to get away. And Sluggadin actually taking a lot of minion damage there, so need to be a bit more careful with the positioning. Those archers, they do hurt heroes.
Well, the Diablo and your burst have to be on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
They need to know if the flip's going to come, or are you going to wait, drop the burst, then flip them.
Yeah, and with that Frostbolt, you don't have the extra slow. You can't hold them in the blizzard. It's just going to allow Arthas to get away. Meanwhile, though, both teams continue to clear. Pretty even on XP. Level 4... Chase the base out of Lucio. Interesting build so far. Once again, the Reaper's Toll, which I expected after the last game. Pretty interesting talent builds in a lot of places here at the moment. We are seeing the auto attack build out of Vala. Creed of the Hunter coming in. Ooh, but there's an engage onto a noob. Root gonna be dodged by a good vault. Good awareness there by Spice. No one dropping a turret yet. Both teams have it. Here comes Artanis. He's probably going to look for some kind of swap here. Diablo stepping up very aggressively. Going to take the brunt of this damage here. is bulky, but not too bulky. There's a big swap on the Zul'jin in the backline, but the root onto Diablo, followed up by the Blizzard. Diablo going to be the first to be killed there, and now Spice is going to be falling. Does get Zul'jin in the process. Ooh, Rhaegar going to have to lunge out. Artanis almost gets the kill onto Hannibal. Hannibal does go down there to the Jaina. Looked like a straight frostfall. Now there's a swap on the Lady Ronin, and Rhaegar comes in. Nom nom. Tastes like the beat being dropped as Lucio goes down. That was a good comeback there by the side of Ban Cho. Diablo went down first, but they stuck with it. They got that killer swap from Sushui. And then Rhaegar coming in with the style points, the lunge kill on the Lucio.
The turret was the difference. They just sit there and kept eating the turret. No one took it down.
Yeah.
In that fight, they just sit there and ate that turret.
So the person, yeah, okay, because the turret's Sushui's holding now. That's right. The person who had it on the blue team, I believe, never dropped it.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think they dropped theirs, and
Red team dropped theirs, blue team didn't. And so now Red team's going to have 2 turrets to try to win this shrine. They can break away and split push for a bit. They do have the Reapers up in the top, although they're a bit weakened up. They still do quite a bit of damage. It's not a super strong camp, but if left ignored, it can definitely chunk those towers a little bit. Icebound Fortitude out of Arthas here. There's a flip onto Arthas right underneath the tower. A noob coming in, trying to peel out, does so effectively. Iceman low in the back. There's a big root, 2-man, 3-man counting the Zul root. But this is going to be a retreat because of the double turret. And this should be, it's 74% to 74%. They could get back on the point. A noob, may have just throw charging a bit too aggressively there. Now running on a treadmill, but not the right direction. Now Lady Ronin having to run away, and that is going to be the first Triglav going over to Ban Cho, almost certainly.
If Diablo had charged, Lucio would have been dead.
Yep. Here we go. Yes, it is NGS Radio. Thank you, Zach Key. Front wall going to go down. I would like to see this team get the front wall and then rotate up. You don't get anything from the fort in terms of raw burst XP on the race level 10, and they're doing just that. So good awareness of the current kind of macro situation. Zul getting some good push up into the top, and actually that's worthwhile because now the minions are very, very far away. This means that the Triglav Protector is going to have to eat those cannons, but with the Vala, the cannons die so fast. Triglav is still basically full health. Arthas split pushing the boss to do it right, defending 4 against 5 at the moment. And here comes the engage. This is going to be the top fort going down. With the level 10s here, I don't know if they can really do anything other than just watch it go. Only 10 seconds left on the Triglav, so not going to be able to get a keep, but that does potentially set up a top lane keep push. Obviously, bot lane tends to be the lane that you most look to end on this map because of the 3rd Triglav Protector being so powerful. But top lane can be okay as well because of those Reaper camps. They can definitely soften the keep wall up.
I don't know about the middle rotation. I think with the 10, they should have just taken the support camp off the map. That's just me personally.
Yeah. Well, they are going for the turret camp. I would not be surprised to see a rotation to support camp. Looks like they're going that way, although Jaina going to go clear the bot lane. No, they're going to do the turret camp as well. So this should be a free support camp over to the members. And yeah, I agree. I would have liked to have seen Sancho maybe go for that. Diablo is in the wrong neighborhood. Frost Mage is coming out. Here's the root. And he's very, very bulky, but he's going to lose his souls here, I think. Oh, maybe. No, he goes down, and that is souls. And that is a huge loss for Ban Cho. Sure, he'll be back up in 3 seconds, but you know what won't be back up in 3 seconds? His HP, and that's going to take quite some time to recharge. And this is a chance for Do It Right to really push in and equalize this top lane with the Zul creating just tons of havoc here. They are at least going to get the wall. Can they get the fountain?
They're going to get the fountain.
Well,
they're ignoring the
Yep, they do get it. Meanwhile, though, nothing too exotic out of the heroic so far. We do finally see the Army of the Dead locked in for Arthas. I was waiting to see if maybe we were going to get a Syndragosa. But got what we expected. pretty much all the way around. We do see the Taz Dingo again, as well as the Frost Mage again. Although, you know, you could see those picks go either way. Suppression Pulse out of the Artanis. Welly.
I don't know.
Frost.
I think I'd rather see Ring, especially since Diablo went APOC.
Yeah. Looking for the swap onto Iceman. I don't like that swap decision, but here comes the stun on from Diablo, and now Iceman's completely body blocked. Gonna Taz Dingo this time, has the wherewithal to auto attack. Blind comes in a bit late. Zul'jin still gonna drop. And that is do it right now with the level 13, or Ban Cho now, excuse me. Level 13 advantage, do it right. Maybe just lost some of the momentum they had, and now they could actually lose their bot fort here. Not just their bot wall.
See, I like the swap because I seen the Diablo coming to hit wall to the follow-up.
Yeah, it's always risky, though, when you swap into the middle of the 5 members of the other team, but trusting his survivability, trusting the team to get there. Rhaegar had the Ancestral if needed, and it was not needed. So, another turret camp going to be picked up. That's going to be 3 turrets, should be 4 if they pick up their own after this. So 4 turrets. Going to be very hard for Blue to win that top shrine.
Control the terminal and bring in the protector.
Oh, they're going to try to cut him off.
I think it's an aggressive move. I don't know if it would work well because of the level 13 advantage on the other side. Rhaegar going with kind of more the AoE healing focus, the AoE burst of tidal waves here over the single target burst heal. Interesting choice whenever you have a Diablo on your team. It's really tempting to take that lightning shield. First turret going to be dropped. Here comes the move onto the point. They actually did not pick up the second turret camp, so they will only have 3 turrets here. Swap miss there by Su Shui. Moving in now onto Iceman. Iceman trying to turn around. There's the blind. Taz Dingo going to be used. Here comes the APOC. Doesn't hit anyone. Now he engaged absolutely chaotic. Ronin in the backline, slowing the members of Ban Cho. Ban Cho health bars are dropping, but it's going to be the Arthas first to drop. But then the Artanis, bad day to have Art in your name. But Rhaegar is going to be the next to fall. And now this could be do it right. No, Iceman is going to die. He stepped up there, and I think that was a mistake. And now that's going to be a kill onto Zul. I think Zul'jin just tried to do too much there. Can they get onto Jaina? They do. It's 3v3, and Lucio going to be able to walk this out. They did not. If Zul'jin just backs up there, they get the Triglav Protector. I think that was a mistake to step back up. I mean, I hate to belabor it, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, they had it won. There was no reason to push the issue there.
Yep. 3v2 here. Lucio harassing Diablo. Diablo is low health. Healer not here yet. And when Rhaegar does get here, he does not have Ancestral to boost someone up. They need to get a toe on the point as the red team, but Diablo can't commit with his health. Artanis moving in, but doesn't stay on the point long enough for the swap. That is going to be the Triglav Protector. And now, this is probably the most even game so far we've seen, I think. Although the second game was fairly even. But this is a chance. If they can get some structure, they should get this fort. They should be able to get the mid-wall and hopefully the bot fort. If they can do that, this is a very, very even game. Meanwhile, Zul is going off the split push. Tantrum in a little bit of an awkward spot there. Triglav Protector doing a lot. They are dropping the Cocoon onto the Vala, trying to make sure that they can get this fort down. Should see a quick escape. Looking for the swap. Barely misses, grazing Lucio. The fort is going to stand unless they have a laser. Nope. The fort stands. Triglav Protector down to about half. They're going to rotate away with it. Zul, meanwhile, trying to get this bot lane pushed up. Will do so. Triglav Protector kind of doing a little dance here. Not sure what the desire is. Now it's a 3v5. The Triglav Protector is absolutely being wasted in this situation, I think. Anubarak now rejoining. They did not get the value they needed.
They should have committed to top and just got it. To offset the other catapult pressure from the Ban Cho.
Yeah, they needed to get it. At the very least, I would have liked to have seen them get bot wall. Although Zul did that, so in fairness. But maybe bot well as well, which is still standing. But yeah, top fort is still standing. You really want to get that fort for that catapult pressure and for that passive XP. Level 16s now. Very slight gap between the Triglav and level 16s picked up by Do It Right. So Ban Cho going to use that to quickly get onto the support camp. Turret camp being picked up by Do It Right. Bottom support camp is up. Artanis moving on to it now. Bottom lane going to be pressured up here by the blue team. Zul taking the siege camp maybe a bit early. Although if you don't get a reaction from Bancho, that will get the fort very quickly. Here comes the engage now. Nope, missed burrow charge. Maybe using burrow charge for wave clear, or it's just a miss and underestimation. I don't know. I would like to see maybe a bit more selective usage out of that to potentially, because they've shown they can blow up Diablo when they get a good engage. I would like to see them maybe be a bit more aggressive there, but level 16's here. They are still down a level. They are going to have to make something happen here before level 20.
I think they're just trying to rectify the mistake of not getting top.
Yeah, but right now, 5-man defense here. This is a 5v5. At this point, do you take this engage?
I just conceded, I think.
Ooh, Diablo in a little bit of an awkward spot. There's the Frost Mages, and Diablo is going to go down, Ancestral barely failing to land, and that means that Rhaegar won't have it for another 10 seconds. Not a lot of aggression there. Are they going to push up and go for this Keith wall, or are they going to rotate away again? Zul is certainly rotating away, looking like he's going to go mid, trying to set up a mid-fort push here. Diablo, he got reset on Souls again.
Yeah.
That was Souls again. I missed that.
Is not worth losing.
I think he missed that too, by the way. Oh, there he is. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, give the fort, keep your souls.
Yeah, a little bit of an overcommit to defend a single structure with a single point of health. Now they're going to lose mid-fort because of that death. But Diablo's here no longer has his souls. This is a big boon for the side of Do It Right, as now they're going to be able to pressure up here. I like the decision. Get out the sidewall. Need to be careful to swap. No one on the point for blue yet. Well, 20 seconds away. Sorry, I misread the icon there. So, of course, no one's on the point yet. They do have a turret. They do have a support camp versus a single turret. Their turret camp is up. We're going to see if there's an engagement over it. Support camp up in 20. Are they going to double up on support camps? I'd like to see Red go for the invade here, especially seeing members top. And they are going to do it. So that's going to be a turret camp, but it should be a support camp for Red.
Looks like they're going to commit to trying to get top keep. I don't know.
They could do it. Could be going for the split push, although the Triglav Protector this late into that bottom lane could end the game. They're going to have to be careful. Full hearts here by everyone except Artanis. Artanis still on the point. 4v5 defense. Wall does go down. 50% though. If they're going to contest, they have to start heading down now to do it. Good ban.
I think Artanis would be smart to get off point here. He's got to know they're coming.
Yeah, he's still on the point. Moving away now. Does get away. Turret, though, going to be picked up here by Bancho. So they're going to have, by my math, 3 turrets versus 1 turret and a support beacon. Level 20's on the horizon, but it's, at this point, you may have to fight before you can get it. I don't know if you can wait for level 20 to get here for Bancho, since it would require you rotating away to mid and top, getting farther away from the objective. Turret's already been dropped. Turret by red dropped, also on the point. Gonna get cleaned up pretty quick. Blue turret's still gonna be standing, but there's 2 more coming where that came from. Although blue turret's about to drop. Support camp's there looking for the swap. Swap is a miss. That swap hits onto Lucio. It's maybe a different situation. Little bit of a missed charge there by Diablo. Kind of a bit of a bug almost. But a huge APOC could allow for the kill. Ancestral going to keep Artanis alive. The health bars of blue are absolutely dropping. Iceman and Spice are fighting alone on the backside. There's the Taz. They go. Going to secure the kill and follow. Sound Barrier is absolutely clutching, keeping Lady Ronin alive. Iceman is also low. Ronin is low. The health bars of blue are so low, but no one has died. And it's going to be the Triglav Protector picked up for the members of Do It Right. Now the question is, does anyone else die? Blue Steen is hungry. Blue Steen is going for it, but Blue Steen does not get it. But now Lady Ronin in a run down for Slugging, and Slugging is gonna now have to run away. Oh, there's the root, and Jaina's gonna go down. My goodness, that was a bloodbath. Arthas dropping. The health bars were so low, but you gotta give it to the man in blue here, Lady Ronin. Well, I guess not the man in blue. Point being, Lady Ronin with the clutch Clutch! Sound barrier. There's 3 pedals in my car. The gas, the brake, and the Lady Ronin. And now Artanis stays around too long, and that is going to be another kill. And this could be doing it right. Getting the first win. They did it right there. Zul'jin needs to be a bit careful here. I'm a bit nervous. I know it's just Diablo, and there's no walls around, but just...
Well, they got the Vala back now. I think they wasted a little time there.
20's getting picked up. We have the Storm Shield. We have the Farflight Quiver out of Vala. We do have the upgraded Water Ellie. We do have the Zealot Charge. We do have the Hellgate. On the other side, Legion of Northrend. We do have the bonus track, which is always the go-to for me for Lucio. Rewind on the Anub, of course. The Mortal Wound, trying to reduce that Ancestral Heal, would be great if it landed. And then the upgraded Taz Dingo is just troll-tastic. So, bottom keep went down. They're going to go for the siege camp here. Artanis is still down, so trying to just get added map pressure here. More a denial, I think, than anything else, but they do have that cata pressure in the bot lane, and even if bot lane gets pushed out, Zul can reverse the lane instantly. That was just such a good team fight, though, in bottom.
Yeah, it was. Rhaegar, if Rhaegar gets Lucio, maybe things go a little bit better.
Credit Lucio. I mean, Lucio played that fight so well. So aggressive. Had to get low health just to get the speed boost up so people didn't get stuck on the treadmills. But had the perfectly timed sound barrier. Lady Ronin, if Do It Right wins the game, Lady Ronin just won it for them with that last team fight, honestly.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Ooh, we're going to have a fight over this. And against the Diablo, I don't want to fight in this choke point. If I'm members to Do It Right. But Hard Engage is coming in. Here comes the Hellgate onto the back line. There's the APOC. Good sound barrier. Lucio needs to drop that healing totem. Lucio getting stunned out there. Healing totem does go down. Ancestral onto Diablo. Gets disrupted by the Mortal Wound. And it is the Lord of Terror going to go down. And now Jaina is so low. There's the chase. Artanis going to be the next to fall. And this could be the end of the game. Run bot and win the game. Diablo not coming back up. That was not Soul's reset. And the core should be quivering here.
You know, if they have Ring there, maybe that APOC hit, that's probably a different fight.
Yeah, could be. It's hard to say because Welly is kind of one of those ults that it tends to get more subtle value than the Ring does. But that said, Iceman is not done fighting. Now Iceman's done fighting. With Iceman down now, this is actually a little bit of drama, although this should be the game. And that's going to be Do It Right. Taking the first match here in the Nexus Gaming Series. First ever best of 3 as they win on Red's map choice. So good job to them. We're going to see if we can get a post-game interview. Keep it here. We'll be right back. right, welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. Your host DB Smiley here, joined by the Lord and Lady of Do It Right, Ronan and Lady Ronan. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that you guys know each other.
It's a pretty far
A
limb,
little.
but yeah.
A little.
So go ahead and tell us first and foremost, like, how did your team come together? Have you been a team? Is this your first season? Like, kind of give us a background.
We started towards the end of Chair League when that was still a thing.
Mm.
And we usually played in like the lowest divisions. And we've known each other for years, like all of us. We're kind of spread out around the map a little bit now, but we've been friends for probably almost 15, 20 years now. So we just get
Except
on and play
me,
here.
10 years.
Yeah, she was the last to join the group.
I was married into the group.
Yeah.
That's right.
So with that, taking a look now at that series, so and forgive the sudden bald guy on your screen, everyone. So given that series, you guys came out game 1, Battlefield of Eternity. You came out with that solo frontline ETC draft. Seemed like you did okay in the early part of the game, but then kind of with the first Immortal, things started getting a bit off kilter. What do you think went wrong?
We were too squishy. I think we needed a bruiser with ETC. I've never liked ETC as a solo tank myself, and I think we're pretty good with 2 tanks. We're starting to get used to not using 2 tanks, so I think that's kind of where we went wrong.
So I think I have to ask this for Bell because he and I were both kind of Varian. What did he do to you? What did the mean man do?
Lots of bad things. No, well, I know they have a very good variant player.
Okay.
So he could be tough to deal with, especially in lane going twin blades. So we figured we'd just take it away. Don't even worry about it.
Or we were thinking about picking him.
Or we could have picked him. Yeah.
Bell, any questions about game 1 from you?
No, I agree with the assessment that I just don't think there was enough frontline control for you guys in game 1, and it showed when the team fights mattered.
Yeah, it's those 2 beefy guys up front. There's nothing, couldn't really peel or get them down fast enough.
So game 2 came around, and I will admit that Bell and I were kind of worried approaching level 10 for you guys, because usually with that kind of Zul Zagara comp, you really want to win the early game and open up the map so your split push can get value. And they got a couple big early picks, and you weren't really able to do that. How do you kind of keep your focus there, given, admittedly it was an interesting comp, although maybe one that you've run a lot. What do you what do you think was the turning point there that let you get back into it?
I really think it was the team fights. We noticed they like to fight in the corridors there, especially with Falstead, so we started staying away from those places.
And I think it was just reminding everybody to turn in. I think that's a big thing with this map, is everybody gets caught up. It's such a small map. You want to fight all the time. And stopping them to turn in and really focusing on that, and me putting the creep down bot, I think made them kind of focus on top, and everybody else fought them up top. So I think that kind of changed things for us.
All right. So you guys managed to come back there. You got that boss. Got the turn in, ended there. It was pretty strong ending. Any questions there for you, Bell?
Well, I was just going to give Zag some props on some very nice mauls, especially on the boss that allowed.
Yeah.
Allowed you guys to get to the back line.
The maul on ETC, when he was trying to get onto the point. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You are.
You're about to get more compliments. The ego is going to swell here in about 3 minutes, give or take. Because
I tell my husband all the time I do everything right. So no.
All right. So with that, game number 3, you guys did not get choice. They picked map. They went Volskaya. Were you happy when you saw you got the invite to Volskaya, or was that a map that you kind of got a little bit nervous on?
Nervous?
No, I wasn't really nervous or excited. Just kind of indifferent. We've been playing it a little bit more.
Okay.
And I think we're doing better with our rotations, and that's a big rotation map.
I think
So,
we tried to practice it a little bit, knowing that it was going to be in the. Oh wait, that wasn't the one that was in the new rotation, huh? Just nobody wanted to play it.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Ego swelling time. So on that last bottom fight over the Triglav Protector, technically there were a couple fights after that, but on that the big one, of course, being the turret camp fight. But that bottom Triglav Protector fight, there were 3 health bars that were easily under 10% there. And then one of the most
Yes.
clutch sound barriers, well, sound barrier gets 2, Tazdingo gets the other. He saves 2 people, you guys manage to get the kill, and then Lucio actually gets people out from the very bitey Rhaegar and the very pokey Jaina. Like,
Oh yeah.
so I don't really have a question here. I just wanted to say, here's the question: how many beers does your team owe you, and is it all the beers?
I don't drink beer, but I do drink a lot of wine. So yes, they
Ronan,
do owe me
get
a
on
lot
this.
of wine.
Ronan, get on this.
I'll get it.
It was well earned.
That was really good. Yeah.
But I guess take us into your thought in that last fight, because a lot of times if I see a Diablo leading a charge onto my turret camp in a tight corridor late game, my first thought is not, hey guys, let's take a fight here. You guys took the fight and dominated it. What was your approach to that fight?
Yeah, I saw, who was it? Artanis. He used his flip. I saw they were all kind of clumped up there, and I'm like, oh, I'm Arthas. I have this great slow and root after like 2 or 3 seconds. And I figured just being in there, just healing myself, I could sustain that while my teammates just laid on the damage, and I feel like it worked
I
out.
think they forgot about Zul'jin in the back while
Hmm.
Arthas was up in the front.
No. Could be. Well, with that, you guys get the first victory. You're going to get 2 points into the score column.
Yes.
Not going to get the full 3 for the domination, but you're going to get 2
It's
points
alright.
there.
I'll take
With
it.
that, floor is yours for shoutouts.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, Bancho was freaking amazing.
Mhm.
We kept saying the entire 3 games that we cannot make any mistakes with them. They will punish us. So it was a really fun match. And our other 3 guys are awesome sauce.
Yeah, I just want to say that, yeah, we just try to have a lot of fun with the game. If you look at our hero pools, they're like really big because we don't really stick to any one role all the time.
Mhm.
And we don't always like try as hard as we can when we're playing different heroes, but I think it keeps the game fresh for us and keeps it fun. So that's all we're trying to do, just have some fun and whip some ass in the process. So
Mhm.
All
that's
right.
about it.
Well, with that, thanks for coming in for the post game. Congrats on the win. And Bell, thanks for casting with me tonight. Go ahead and plug yourself here.
Tomorrow night, I'll be casting Wood League in Zul'jin Distillery at 9:30. I think it was.
I don't know. It's your cast.
Sure, why
Let
not?
me
2
look.
good 2 good teams. We played both of them this past season.
Yeah, it should be a
Yeah,
really
it's
good game.
9:30 tomorrow night.
Cool.
Very
Looking forward to
entertaining,
that.
guys. Very entertaining.
No.
Thank you.
And I'll be
Yes.
doing
Thank you for casting.
can't counterpick stupid versus Lark Patrol at 10:30. So hop over to Bell's channel, then hop back over to mine when it's over.
Sounds good.
Will do.
All right, and with that,
Thanks, guys.
I'm DB Smiley. Follow me here, twitch.tv/DB Smiley. I will be casting quite a bit. Not doing as much gameplay lately. I am on Team Plugwalk, playing support once again. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Enjoy. I'm going to kick it over to Mongoose22, who is starting up is actually already underway with Team Training Wheels versus Reborn Knights Black, excuse me. Reborn Knights Black. There, forgive me. So we'll be over to that in just a second. Thanks for watching.